Hi everybody, welcome to YS Khong Driving yet again, and it's a beautiful morning, 7:37 in the morning. A little bit of drizzle, but not enough to upset us in any way, and we are in a vehicle that we shouldn't be driving up the mountain to test at least. Well, yes, this is the Kia Carnival 11-seater, but practically it's an 8-seater with luggage and about 2-point-something tons, I think, slightly over 2 tons, 199 horsepower with 440 Newton meters of torque. Now, we're just taking a short drive before we do the actual run up the mountain, and just want to do a quick introduction to the vehicle. Well, first of all, it is not like any van or something that you will associate an 11-seater with. This is a real MPV, and there is loads of power. We are driving at the speed limit or a little bit above it, and with this 8-speed gearbox that's driving the front wheels, the drive is effortless. And yes, it's diesel, but you expect diesel to be noisy, right? But it's not. We are driving through and you can hear that it's actually very quiet. And of course, it's an automatic transmission, which makes it very easy to drive. But here's the thing, we have a set of pedal shifts. Can you imagine an MPV with pedal shifts? Well, I think this is the only one that's available with a pedal shift, the only one I know. I may be wrong, but well, it's something different. And let me tell you something else. It's got 3 driving modes. Eco, if you want to be economical. Then you have your normal mode, and you have a sports mode. No, there are 4 modes. There's another mode called the smart mode. And if you put on the smart mode, then the system will flit from one to the other like a butterfly, depending on your input. Yeah, so if you drive lightly, it will give you eco driving. If you drive exuberantly, then it will go to sports mode. And if you just drive like normal, it goes into normal mode. So that's a smart mode. But right now, I have shifted it to sports mode because we are going to climb out the mountain, and we probably need all the power we can get. Yes, of course you can still keep it on eco and still drive out the mountain. It'll be just a little bit slower lah. Okay, so what else do you have? You have blind spot monitoring, and of course you have traction control, ABS, and all the stuff that you have, but none of the ADAS systems, yeah, other than blind spot monitoring. But it also has adjustable steering, so you can adjust your steering for reach and rake. And instrumentation is digital, and we have a big screen in front. I think it's 12-point-something inches. And anyway, we are going up the mountain, and to invoke pedal shifters, all you got to do is just touch them, and it goes into pedal shift, and it stays there for a while before it goes back into D. And 8 speeds to choose from. Okay, somebody wants to go up the mountain, so the road is a bit wet. Yes, so you got to be careful. Yeah, being front wheel drive and being heavy, there will be a tendency to understeer, so we must be careful not to overcook it. Yes, this is a huge MPV. Yeah, overall length is 5115 mm, and the wheelbase is 3060. So it's very long, and it's long because he has to take 11 seats. The Kia Carnival is currently a CBU, and the price is 194,000 something. And according to the local distributors here, there's a plan to go CKD, but the CKD will be an 8-seater, and it will be more luxurious. We don't know the price yet, but well, let's just taste this one and see how it goes. Yes, okay. It tends to understeer a little bit, but it's all under control. Yeah, noting that the road is slightly wet, yeah. So the time won't be very, very exciting, but let me just tell you what's in store. I think it's going to be quite good. It's going to be, oh, okay. Now that was a bit of understeer, and we have turned off traction control. No, we haven't. So traction control is still working to help us. Okay, so you can feel it's wet. You just have to be careful, yeah, as usual. And this is a sharp bend. That's where the other car went off. But we have enough road, yes. Of course, there's nobody behind us, yeah. Okay, the engine is taking all this without any problem. We are in third gear. So that's the wonderful thing about 8 speeds. You have so much gears. And of course, diesel torque is very high. And it shifts up by itself. Okay, back to third gear. It was in fourth for a bit. And you can see the cornering speed is actually quite respectable. But most important is the get up and go after the corner. There's a bit of mist. Okay. Just to let him know we're here. Thank you. There's a truck. Thank you very much for staying in your lane. Okay, turn on the wipers because of the mist. Can't see the road very well, so we slow down a bit. One of my favorite cars, the Satria. Thank you. Share the corner, man. Share the corner. Oh, the mist is really slowing us down, but never mind, this is a MPV. Okay, so far it's been very, very good. Handling is very predictable. Of course, this is not a sedan car, yeah. It will not be as stable as a sedan car, but having said that, I have not had any uncomfortable moments because it's like so easy to drive and there's no danger whatsoever. So it feels good. So you have to drive each vehicle within its limits because that's the way to be safe and you don't try to overcook it, or you try not to overcook it. Will he move over for me? Yes, he does. Thank you very much. This is where the Subaru went off. The sedan turbo that somebody was circulating a video about. yes, this is certainly a vehicle you can consider if you want to carry a lot of people to Genting, yeah. So for a day trip, you can take 8, 9, 10, 11 people. With 11, it will be a bit of a squeeze, but I think the ideal number will be 8, and that is why I suppose the local distributors are going to do an 8-seater. Now, it'll be a bit different from this one because according to them, the seat tracks are totally different, yeah. So the amount of slide and how much room you get to maneuver is different for 8-seater versus 11-seater. But having said that, the duties for an 8-seater are much higher than that of an 11-seater. For 11-seater, they pay less duties, and so there is a chance that the 8-seater might be a bit more expensive, yeah. But of course, the seating arrangements will be different, and the type of seats will be different. But if you want to do, if you want a vehicle that can take 11 at a pinch, well, then this is the one you should take before they run out, yeah. Okay, be careful. Yes. Oh, that was a Hyundai Accent. I tested one of those long time ago. Okay, so we're at the first roundabout, and it's not bad, quite enjoyable. Okay, let's go and see whether we can do part 2, yeah. So part 1 is accomplished, no problem. So the overall opinion, well, this is a very powerful MPV. So in terms of power, it's not an issue. Look at it, I'm just accelerating and it's just going by itself. Of course, I'm one person, but when you look at 2 tons, and let's say you carry 6 people, 6 people average maybe will give you about 400 kilos, yeah. Or let's say you carry 7 or 8 people and you weigh in 500 or 550 kilos. How does that affect the weight? When your car is like 2.1 tons and you add in, say, 500 kilos or 600 kilos, you are adding less than 30% of the weight to the vehicle. So that means the overall weight change is not high, and so in my opinion, the vehicle will be able to take it. But anyway, we should bring this vehicle up with a whole bunch of people and see how it behaves, yeah. Of course, when you have more people, the handling will change a bit, and there will be a heavier toll on the brakes. But basically, it's a question of whether there is enough power to climb up. And from the looks of it, with the 440 Newton meters of torque, it looks like it won't be a problem. Okay, we have a Vios that's not sure where he wants to go, whether he wanted to overtake or not, but anyway, we have overtaken him, and we are sharing this corner with this Nissan. Thank you. Okay, our lights are on right. Oops, forgot about that hump. Okay, so the road is actually quite wet. I can feel the car slipping, so we got to be a bit careful around the corners. This is not a car, yes. Yeah, it won't be as fast as a car. Hey, that was 4th gear, man. Not bad. Okay, some of the mist has gone. Thank you. Yeah, so it's front wheel drive. must say, it actually corners quite well. Okay, every vehicle is fun in its own way. You just got to know where to find it. Okay, this road has changed a bit since the landslide, so the corner is different. Yeah, the lines have to change a bit. Of course, where you only take your lines when there's nobody at the back, yeah? And when you're driving big vehicles like this, you must be very careful with the steering, because if you do too much, then the car will misbehave. So it's very important that you take your corners very smoothly. Don't turn the steering more than necessary, yeah? Because that will cause the car to unsettle itself. A steady steering angle, feed the car into the corner. Okay. Traction control slowed the car down a little bit, so I had to change down. Yeah, road is wet, road is wet. That was third gear. It's okay, we have 8 of them. 8 gears, I mean. Oh, you can see the traction control light come on. Yes, we left traction control on for safety. Okay, we can take this one and we'll squeeze in on the right of this truck. Use up the line to come out and set up for this corner. Use up all the road. There's nobody behind us. Thank you, little Susie. Give him some space. Of course, if you're carrying passengers, you shouldn't be driving like this, yeah? But, well, this is just for the fun of it, yeah? To test, to see how the Kia Carnival will behave. Don't forget that this is a family MPV, or an MPV that you use to carry your guests around. So if you're an exclusive travel agency, you might want to consider something like this, especially if you're in the Klang Valley area and you need to carry important customers up to Genting every once in a while. So this is the ultimate test of an MPV, yeah? How it can climb the hill, and this fellow can climb the hill. You can see there's no lack of power, there's no struggling at all. And it handles very, very well. No issues at all. And don't forget, guys, the road is wet, yeah? The road is wet. Okay, that's third gear. See, no issues at all. Okay, trucks. Traction control was active for a while. I think it's because I was accelerating and the wheels were slipping slightly. So that is causing it to blink and slow down the car slightly. But of course, it's good to have traction control on, because then it helps you to remain safe, yeah? This is a big vehicle after all. Okay guys, so here we are up here in Genting, and yes, the Kia Carnival has made it no issues at all, man. Alright, so overall, good car. I mean, good MPV, yeah? So guys, don't be mistaken, you cannot buy this car and use it for Genting Hill Climb on a daily basis, unless you are going to do it commercially or you have a travel agency. Yeah, this is not a car for you to come on weekends to have fun on Genting. But our test is to show you the capability of such a car, yeah? So don't be mistaken. This is an MPV, this is a family MPV, but it's a great MPV. Why? Because in this size and category, I think there are very few vehicles for you to choose from, and this is one of the best that you can choose from. Okay guys, so that's it for our drive up to Genting in the Kia Carnival. See you again. Bye bye.